Hi, Annie.
Hi, Danny.
Welcome to Portland.
Hey, I'm thrilled to be here. This might be my first official time in Portland.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I played a festival outside of Portland. Like, there's a big country festival.
Here, step up to the mic.
I played a festival outside of Portland, but I'm thinking this might be my first time in actual Portland proper. So
That's
I'm
awesome.
thrilled to be here in this amazing crowd. Thank you for being here, you guys. Thank you so much.
This is how we do things on Thursday nights.
I love it.
We throw little parties here at the PNC Live Studio.
I love it.
I was telling everybody earlier about your performance that I caught at CRS, Country Radio Seminar. We were jammed in this little tiny room. And I was actually scared for Annie for a second because I was literally like, Annie was right here, and then it was Runaway June.
Yeah.
And Annie had been called by her manager, and they're like, "Where are you? You're on stage right now." And she's like, "What?" So she literally came running out of the elevator with her guitar case.
No one came to get me.
She threw her guitar case down, and it busted open, and there was her purse and money everywhere. And I was sitting there like, if anyone touches this guitar case, I'm going to step on their hands.
My purse belongings flew everywhere.
And instantly, I was thinking,
which is a woman is always embarrassing.
No, but here's the thing. I didn't really notice anything in your purse. I just noticed all the cash, and I'm like, she just did a show on Broadway. She just made a ton of cash. Good for her on the busy run over here.
Those merch sales, Danny.
That was awesome. I'm so happy to have you here finally.
I can't believe you saw that, though. I was really hoping that no one saw that moment.
It was just where they sat me. I was like, it was such an odd position.
It bonded us.
It did.
It humanized
and
me,
there's a lot of other things that bond us, for sure.
Yeah.
We got a chance to see you perform for a bunch of radio programmers. You might have heard us talking about it. Our buddy Fitz, who does the CT40 countdown on Sundays, with Charlotte McCoy's remote.
Oh, you were
and
there
you
too.
showed up on that, which was awesome. And we learned a lot about you that day. But did anybody see on January 1st the Rose Parade in Pasadena, California? Did anyone remember seeing that? We were all probably still asleep. Well, Annie was on a floating down Colorado Boulevard, singing her butt off for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
And it was awesome.
The same song 38 times. I sang it strapped into a float. My friend is Teeter on Yellowstone, and I convinced her. She goes, "I'm going to come watch you at the Rose Parade." I go, "Jen, it's the cowgirl float. If you're coming, you're going to be on the stage with me on the float." And like when we were done, I think she hated me. She was like, "Why did you have me do?" Because we were on it for like 5 hours. I'm not even kidding you. We both sat down. She could like barely walk when we were getting off of it. I'm like, "I'm sorry. Thank you for being here."
That was actually worse than riding a horse. And there's no bathroom breaks.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can't go to the bathroom, and you get there at like 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
So before it starts, we've already been there since like 5 a.m.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Annie grew up in Southern California.
I did.
It's kind of central Southern California, in a little town called Oxnard, California. We were backstage, and that's where I got started in my radio career. And the funny thing is, what'd you say to me? I used to listen to you on the radio.
I used to listen to you. I did. I entered into the contest. I did.
It was awesome. And so that made me feel so good. So I'm like, okay, we instantly bonded like best friends, and it's great. So thank you very much. I truly appreciate it.
You're a special person, and you have such an amazing reputation in the industry. People speak really, really highly of this guy. So you're lucky to have him here because he's a special one.
And
It's true.
Anybody got 20 bucks I can borrow? I need some money.
I don't blow smoke.
Let's throw it in that guitar case. Throw it in that guitar case. Thank you. I truly am blessed. Thank you so much. I want to talk about a couple cool things because you've done some amazing things since we've really kind of started to learn about you. Growing up in LA, your dad was a farmer.
Yep.
In Oxnard, California. So did you guys produce like oranges, artichokes, or strawberries?
So we did grow strawberries. No longer. They got replaced with cilantro fields because those are more lucrative.
Yes.
But they grow like 30 different kinds of vegetables. So all row crops.
Okay.
Everywhere from Oxnard to Salinas to Bakersfield. So
yeah, that's everywhere.
Yeah,
That whole
my whole
99.
family, all my uncles, like they're all farmers.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So did you grow up on the farm singing for the family at like family
I
functions?
did. Oh yeah. We would have barbecues at the ranch. And my uncle was into the rodeo world, so we grew up with like quarter horses and corn stand would sell the produce locally and like husk corn. And I would never competed in the rodeo events, but I would take a horse out on a trail ride and I would sing. And I just remember all like the field hands who were all Latino, you know, because those are really, honestly, the true farmers of America. If we're gonna be honest,
it is.
Would be like, "Señorita," like yeah, like they loved it. Like I would just be like singing in the fields, like not knowing what's going on.
You're like, they like it. I might go somewhere with this. That's fun. That's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, and there was a lot of like mariachi music, which a lot of people don't realize this, but Johnny Cash was living in California when he heard all the mariachi music, which is what inspired him to put horns in Ring of Fire. So yeah, that's like a little fun fact. And we'll get more into the history of California country. When I moved to Nashville, I hid that I was from California. It was like, I can't let anyone know that I'm from California.
Why?
Because I think there's this stigma around it. Everyone thinks you're Paris Hilton. Would you love Paris Hilton? But you know what I mean? Everyone thinks like you're a Kardashian.
No.
Or something.
I'll take Paris over Kardashians any day.
I don't think they think you can like be a country singer and from there. And I'm like, yeah, but like my uncle's rodeo. I tell people, I'm like, I can ride a tractor, a horse, and a surfboard. So I don't know. It's a weird thing, but it's it is who I am,
But there's also such a rich history of California country between John Party and let's go back, Merle Haggard, Dwight Yoakam, Buck Owens.
Yeah.
I mean, that was country music back in the day from my parents, and I love it to this day still. I'm proud that at one point I was a California kid for a while, but now I've got web feet for living here for so long, so it's good. Speaking of California, a couple famous places. Anybody heard of the Whiskey or the Rainbow Room or the Troubadour? You've heard of those before? Annie got a chance to play at the Troubadour, sold it out, which is awesome.
Yeah, I did. Thank you.
The history in that room is pretty incredible. So when you step on a stage like that, thinking about like Elton John had sold out shows there, Queen was there.
So it's funny you mention that because my manager told me that morning. He goes, "Oh, by the way, Bernie Taupin's coming tonight."
Oh, wow.
That was who wrote every song with Elton John. And I'm going, what? But I had a Bernie Taupin song ready to go.
Yeah.
I was like, he's going to be in the audience. I'm doing a Bernie Taupin song.
Little tiny dancer?
I'll do like a little sneak preview of it for you. Okay.
Ooh.
It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside.
Holy cow.
I'm not one of those who can easily hide. Don't have much money, but boy, if I did, I'd buy a big house where we both could live.
Woo.
Just a little sneak.
Okay.
We could do a little bit later.
Show of hands, who just got goosebumps? Right? That's what I'm talking about. It's crazy.
Hey, if we got a video, we'll send it to Bernie Taupin.
Let's do it.
No, we will.
Yeah, I was actually lucky enough to meet him with the late, great Toby Keith years and years ago.
You know what's funny about Bernie is his idol is Merle Haggard.
Really?
He knows more about Merle Haggard. Oh my gosh.
It's incredible.
And Lefty Frizzell, like he's a country music. That was his inspiration.
Wow.
As a songwriter,
That's awesome.
which was crazy to hear.
The history today we're learning here about country music. We don't need to go to Nashville. We got it right here on the stage.
Oh, right here.
So performing on that stage itself, knowing so many greats have come through there, and then you go to the Ryman.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the Ryman holds a little bit more special to your heart, but I mean, between the two, do you get nervous when you get on a stage like that?
I do every time, and I hate when people are like, no, I'm never nervous. I never get nervous. I'm like, how do you not get nervous?
Yeah.
I get nervous every time. Maybe I care too much. I'm hoping there'll come a day where I don't feel like I'm going to black out at the Grand Ole Opry, but I've done it twice, and both times I'm like, it's like, I don't know what happened. You know what
Where's
I mean?
Annie? Where's Annie? Oh, she's over there in the corner. She fell down. She's all right.
No, I'm serious. It's like the ring, the whole thing, the lights hit you, and you're like, ah,
Yeah.
Maybe it's because of the magnitude. And recently, what was cool, the first singer I ever heard as a kid was Patsy Cline.
Oh.
My dad and I would drive in his truck in the fields and listen to country. That was like our only time alone because I'm one of 5 kids. So it was the only time I'd hang out with like my dad. And so the first song he ever played me was Crazy by Patsy Cline, the first singer I ever heard. So just recent, I played at the Ryman. They did like a whole tribute to Patsy Cline. So Ashley McBride, all these, vocalists came and sang a Patsy Cline song, and I got to meet her daughter, and I cried, and it was so special.
That is very cool.
Yeah.
That's a true moment right there. I just went
Oh my
completely
God, I just
blank.
found my other pick.
There
was
it is.
in my back pocket.
Yes. There's 2 of them in there. I love it.
Jeez, I knew I'd put one in my back pocket.
I totally went blank. I
knew
wasn't going
it.
to ask you. We talked
Sometimes you
about
have to
that
pick for the pick.
You're a singer-songwriter, and I love songwriters because like I find myself sometimes in a space where I just need silence to myself because we talk to ourselves all day long in a booth. It's really weird. People look at me funny, but it's true. But I find myself when I drive home in silence, but I think to myself, how can I write a song? And as a singer-songwriter, I don't have the talent to do it. I wish I did. But for you to be able to put a thought to pencil to paper to a song with melodies and harmonies and everything that comes with it, you've written songs for Willie Nelson, Jessica Simpson. How does that come about? Where does that come from?
You know, I wish I had some like wise thing to tell you, but a lot of time it's just being at the right place at the right time, in the right room. And you're like, wow, I moved to Nashville 18 years ago to pursue this, you know, and so it's random. I wish I could say it's as a result of hard work, which my dad always says that luck, people that are lucky, the harder you work, the luckier you get, you know, or when hard work, preparation meets opportunity. So I think you need to be prepared to be in those rooms, but a lot of times it really comes down to the luck of the right moment at the right time, the right room, the right situation.
Right. When you were writing songs, were you in a songwriting group of friends that you write with? Because it seems like every time we hear a story, there's a certain group of 3 or 4 people that are sharing their thoughts together, and that's mostly how songs come together really quick. Was that part of like what it was, or was it just you by yourself?
So normally songs for me, if I'm not writing for a project for someone else, I'll usually get an idea somewhere, and it's so random. Sometimes it's something someone says or something I read or I'd heard. You know, I could be driving in the car, or I came up, Tara, my rep here, we were driving, doing radio tour during Christmas, and I literally, dun, 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 I want a cowboy for Christmas. It just hit me. I was like, out of nowhere. So sometimes, and then other times, I swear to God, the faucet's it's just closed. And you're like, wow, I have no ideas. Where are the ideas?
Yeah, they're gone.
And then there's other times where it's like God just decides to go and turn it to the left. And all of a sudden, you just get showered with this wave of ideas. So I think it really comes from a divine place, and it's something that's bigger. I think music is something much bigger than anything the human could try to explain, because I really believe it's spiritual and it comes from a bigger place.
Right. I could sit here all night and talk to you about a million different things, because I love this, and I know you guys do too, but I also want you to hear her music. A couple more things. Yes. For people that don't know, sorry, I can't shut up. Couple more things. She sang background for Andrea Bocelli, which is amazing. Like that to again, goosebumps. I'm like, wow. Adele.
Actually, it was a duet.
A duet. Oh,
Adele was backgrounds.
It's just sickening to me. It's just, you have so much talent in your little toe that I don't even have in my hand.
I have so many stories. I should be 70 years old. I swear to God. For all the things that I've done, I'm like, I don't know. I should be 80 years old.
And you love soundtracks, so I want to hear one of your favorite soundtrack songs before we're done. Can you promise us you'll do one?
Kind of close to where you're from. Funny story. So, growing up, I never knew how I would get into the business. I just knew I wanted to sing. So I'd sing at football games, really anywhere anyone would give me a stage, I would show up. And my aunt one day said, hey, there's this guy from church or someone, I don't know how she, they're looking for a young voice. Shelley Wright had done an end title theme song for Little Mermaid 2. And they want a younger voice, someone that sounds like maybe Ariel's daughter. And so I auditioned for it. I got it. And it was I showed up to the Burbank Disney Studios, the gates open. It was
There's a gold light that's glowing.
Yeah, I'm like, I made it, right? And I'm like, oh my God. We do the song. And they're like, all right, we want to sign your daughter to Disney, and we're going to make her a Disney kid. And my mom said, absolutely not. Nope. She's like, she's going to school. I have 4 other kids. And I was like, Mom, how could you? But now I look back and go, she probably made the right choice.
She probably did.
You know what I mean? Because that'd be hard. You'd have to really move and go do the whole thing with your kid.
Yeah.
But it went something like this for the young girl, if you know this song. Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything? Look at this trove, treasures untold. How many wonders can one cavern hold? Looking around here, you think, well, sure, she's got everything. Do you guys know this song?
Wow.
I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I've got who's it's and what's it's galore. You want thingamabobs? I've got 20. Oh, that was good. We got like a
Someone's
whistler in the
singing.
audience.
Someone's whistling. I love it.
I want more. I want to be where the people are. I want to see them dancing. All right, there you go. A little taste.
Wow. Okay. All of us are going to go home tonight and watch the movie. We have to. We're like, hey, we just saw her sing that. That's awesome.
YouTube it, and I sound like I'm 9.
I love it. Okay, really quick. Couple more questions, and I'm done. Favorite ice cream?
Peanut butter chip.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had that. I might have to try that.
It's like peanut butter with like chunky chunks of peanut butter in it.
Oh,
You
let's
know?
see if Dairy Queen serves that up. That'd be really good. I'm going for a blizzard later. What's the one thing you can't live without when you're on the road?
Water.
As a singer, yeah, I can see that.
Fact. I'm always
I'll
dehydrated.
get you some water. I'll get you some water.
Yeah.
Last thing. Never mind. I'm just gonna hang up.
No,
I'm
say
done.
it.
No, I can't remember what I was gonna say. I'm like I could again. I
Come
could sit
back.
here.
When you think about it, jump
no.
back up.
I want everyone to experience what I experienced in Nashville in March, which was truly amazing.
Was there anything specifically you want to hear?
Well, we definitely have to hear the new single, Neon Baby.
Of course.
Oh, she just did this really cool thing too, with Dwight Yoakam. Any
I did.
Dwight Yoakam fans?
I did. Yeah.
So when I heard that as a sample, I was like, "Ooh, now we're talking, girl. This is my kind of music." I loved it.
Let's
so.
do that one next then.
Okay, you do it. Ladies and gentlemen, Annie Bosko.